Hello Haunt Spacers, time for part 2 of the Styrofoam tutorial. As you can see, I got the base coat on, now one of them, and I decided I wanted a little extra. So I got on the internet, found a nice skull design that I wanted to use, and printed it out, and then cut it out. Just a word of advice, I would print it out and then transfer it onto cardboard, because it's really hard to try to trace on these things around the paper. Anyways, so you just put it on there and trace it around. Did that for both parts. Nice little old-fashioned, simple skull and crossbones. As you can see, it is actually pretty difficult to trace around the paper stencil. So you'll definitely want to transfer this onto cardboard or find yourself some carbon paper. Also, doing this with it laying down would have been a whole lot easier too. Then you go over it again, cover everything with the latex paint. And here's my second coat of latex paint. And what I did here was, since I wanted the letters to remain dark, I just rolled up some newspaper, toilet paper, and just shoved it into the letters. If you roll up the toilet paper, as opposed to folding it up, it actually expands a little bit and will help fill the gaps even better. Now, if you didn't really necessarily want them to remain dark, you could have left them open and just let the spray paint fall where it will. But you want to make sure you get the letters all taken care of. And just do the same thing with anything that you don't want to spray paint. Another word of advice, wait till all the paint is completely dry before doing this, because the toilet paper will stick. There were a few spots in the skull and crossbones that wasn't completely dry, and I had some problems getting it out. And here I've already actually applied some paint. What you missed was I wanted a little bit of a texture, so I took some of the Styrofoam Stone series and just sprayed it over the entire thing, just to give a little bit of a gritty sandstone texture. And then just kind of waft it. That's what I call dusting. A couple of times I do get a little close, but as you can see, the wind is actually blowing pretty good, and it was pretty hard to get the spray paint even onto it. I just kind of go over it a little bit with the spray paint. Just switch back and forth between colors so I get plenty of layers. And if you want a certain color in a certain area, you can definitely do that. If you want it all to be the same color. This is actually using a little white, some beige, a green, and a brown. And other than actually looking a little camouflaged, it actually gives it more of a rocky, outdoor, sandy. And this is what it looks like at night. As it says, part 3 will be adding the extra little details. So stay tuned.